Terror Dome. You should be heading home, cause you could bring all of your ninjas and the Technodrome. I rip right through your flesh and bone and mental capacity. Flood your mind with atrocities and copious tragedies. This dark Sabbath is a lesson in street. Behold the church of the ghetto, feel the words when I preach. Amen. Let the Lord say a prayer for they don't end up in front of someone banging their trigger. Living life like a war pig. Fuck the law, I'm getting mine. Let the others figure what the cost is. Purchasing the fortress so gorgeous, acres enormous. Car park full of foreigners and women just waiting on us. We living the dream. Y'all living like hell is earthbound. We are not the same. You've been a lame since birth, pal. I don't feel sorry. I recommend they go dirt bound. Doggy dog world, and you've been looking like Chuck Brown.
Well, beautiful people, best damn nation. It's Wednesday, and you know what time it is. It is the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. I am your humble host, Brian Renegade, and with me, I have the best damn crew. First of all, if you see this man in a dark alley, run for your life. He will beat you up and throw you in the trunk of the car, drive you in front of your job, and beat you up in front of all your coworkers. He is the green-eyed bandit. He fights people. Sometimes he bites people. He's your mama's favorite wrestler, and he can whoop your daddy ass, the one and only Roosevelt, the fighter. What's happening?
Man, after this weekend, you can't announce me like that no more. It ain't going down like that no more.
Well, that is a great intro. That is one that.
No. After this weekend, you got to announce like this. You got to say, Mr. Everything.
I see you've been working on your cardio.
Everything.
Yeah, that's a lot of breath control.
Interview Mr. Kennedy, man.
Yeah, you did get a chance.
What's going on, Brian? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. What y'all got me on? Hey, y'all didn't tell me I was gonna do all this hollering and carrying on. Hey, like I said, we might talk about faith, we might talk about politics, a little bit of fishing, this and that. First thing he started doing is hollering. What y'all doing?
Hey. Just set the tone. Just set the tone.
Look, it's an animation over here, man. It's all crazy.
Hey, the tone is set, good buddy. This tone right here. Hey,
absolutely.
Man. Hey, I hope you ain't expecting me to do this.
No, you don't have to do none of that. I would actually recommend that you don't. Yeah, man. Hey, listen. First of all, let me give this man his intro. I'm gonna try my best. I can't
holler intro. You better holler. Hey, after y'all did all that, you better have a good holler. I got expecting a holler.
All right. This man is a fishing titan.
Hey, nope. That's 2 weeks. 2 weeks after you done come on.
He is the fish whisperer. Hold up. Yeah, I got you. This man once caught a great white shark, a river monster, and a kraken all in the same day.
Now we just lying.
Well, you know, the myth has to be lost.
No, we just lying.
Okay, this one isn't a lie. This man is one of the greatest pro anglers in the country right now. Actually, in the world, dare I say. He is a fishing expert. I can say that.
Yeah.
I can say, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, let me please introduce to you the one and only Brian Latimer.
Yo.
How are you doing, sir?
Hey, do I get to rate the intro after that first one?
I ran out of breath. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah. On the first, that's what it was. Like, so I apologize about that. Oh man.
Real pleasure to be here, my guy. I appreciate y'all including me on this.
Hey man, we appreciate you, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Matter of fact, this is the week after Thanksgiving, and I always like to say, if you have not thrown your Thanksgiving leftovers away yet,
y'all sounding like Ply. Give us the itinerary and the schedule.
Yep. by at least by Monday, you need to stop eating it. By Tuesday, your ass getting worms. So it just
Wednesday,
so Wednesday you go your ass you go to the hospital for sure. You going to the hospital. Yeah, man. But it's a pleasure to have you here, man. I've been a long time fan. I actually got cool points from my daddy for having you on here, man. He's a huge fishing fan, so I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even did nothing yet, but you hooked the brother up, and I appreciate it. Yeah, you got me kudo points in my pop size.
Yeah, Daddy don't give nobody credit. Be like mine.
Oh no, it's he. Yeah, hard pressed, man. So look, let's get to know you a little bit and let the fans get to know you a little bit, man. And actually, we got a lot of fan questions, man. Once we announced that you were coming, man, all the fishermen just came out of nowhere. Oh, you got Brian on the show? Oh, that's one of my favorite fishermen. So we got a couple fan questions that we're going to ask you, man. But let's get it from the start, man. I'm gonna ask this question to you. So, Brian Latimer, when did you fall in love with fishing?
I don't know. I never had an answer to that question. That's like asking, when did he start being a tree? I grew up around it. I don't have a moment. You hear people say that all the time when they win. They're like, yeah, when I was 5 years old, I had this dream. I don't remember. I grew up around it. My dad was a fisherman, a tournament fisherman. So that's what I'm supposed to do, ain't it? I guess it's just, I just always thought I was supposed to fish. Always. It was a long gap in between, doing it for a living and wanting to do for a living, but I just always thought I was supposed to be a fisherman.
Oh man, dare I say it's in your blood?
Yeah. It's in my mind. It's in my heart. It's in my heart.
Okay, absolutely, man. When you were growing up, man, and you were learning how to fish, right? What was some of the first things that your dad taught you while you were out there?
Man, don't mess up. Don't throw in the trees. Just for one, don't bring mud in the boat. All right. Don't waste no snacks in the boat. And shut up. That's what I learned first. All right. That's a good question that I really don't have the answer for. I can tell you this. So my youngest son loves to fish. And he loves to fish, but at the same time, Brooks, when we're out fishing, he'll want to change up something. He'll catch 3 or 4 fish in a row. It's like, Daddy, I want to change colors. I'm like, bro, why would you do that? You just caught 5 on green pumpkin TRD. Why are you changing now? And
you got a hot streak.
Yeah, like why would you do that? I was fussing my dad about that one day. He's like, yeah, you used to be the same way. It's like you just want to try everything in the tackle box. But that's how I know my middle son, he's got it. He's got the bug for it, for real. Like he's the real deal. But I definitely vaguely remember when I was little, just being curious about fishing. The thing that nobody really talks about, I don't really talk about it that much, but in the beginning, I like boats way more than I like fishing. And my love for boats fed my passion for fishing. Like when I was probably 7, 8, 9 years old, I used to draw boats. I would look at the catalog. You get those brochures. I used to look at that. I just knew everything about every boat, how long it was, what colors you could get, what the max horsepower rating was. Like I could point a boat out from a mile away and tell you everything about it. But that was probably my first love, was boats, bass boats over fishing. And then, then the love for fishing kind of matured over time.
Right. What's and I know that you say you have a love for boats, right? What was the first? Like, do you remember that, like the first set of boats where you were like, oh, I know that brand. What do you have a go-to brand?
All of them. Oh, so
All of them.
we go to the boat show. Yeah, so we used to go to the boat show back in the day. Boat shows aren't quite as big as what they are now. Back in the day, that was the only way that you could see boats. You didn't have the internet. So you might hear of a particular brand or whatever, but you might not have ever seen that boat unless you went to a boat show. But now online, if I tell you a boat right now, you can look at it instantly. But think about it, there was a day where if I said, what is a Norris craft? I don't know how you find out what it would look like. I don't know what you would do. Go find the encyclopedia or what. So the only way to see these boats that people talk about would be at a boat show. And so I used to run around the boat show, and I used to carry a bag around. I get every single one of the brochures and catalogs, and I just go home and look at them. I would draw them. I would draw everything. I don't have one in particular. I do know this. Of course, I'm a motorsports guy. I don't really do ball sports. Really, I like motorsports. And so I knew all the fast boats back then, the fast bass boats. So I was into the Bullets, Shadow, Allison, all the faster boats back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just into that. Moodcraft, that was one that was really fast back in the day. But I was just in it. I had a respect for the art behind boats, bass boats in particular.
Okay. When it comes to bodies of water, do you prefer fishing in like a pond, or do you like to do like deep sea ocean fishing, or do mainly like shoreline?
I've never been offshore fishing ever. I love saltwater
Really?
fishing. I just like getting bites, bro. Where we need to go. That's all you need to do. We're really good. That's all that matters. I don't really. There's places I enjoy because they're different. That probably feeds my want or need to go fishing more than anything is how different or how interesting the place is. Is you get a little bored of seeing the same thing over and over. Like I don't really fish that much at home anymore. If it's somewhere that I haven't seen before and it warrants exploring, finding out something new, that makes me want to get up and go fishing. But here at home, I fish these lakes a lot growing up, and they have changed quite a bit, but I like to explore and find something new. So long as it's something I haven't seen before, you got my attention.
Okay. Would you ever do deep sea fishing?
I don't really want to. I've been invited a half dozen times every year. I don't want to do that. That's where people go to die.
Keeping it real, Jack.
All these fish are right here inshore. Why are we going 80 miles offshore to go die? I hear the stories all the time. The guys that shoot the TV show, they always tell me, yeah, we went offshore and so many people got sick and one of the engines went out. We were stuck and we had to spend overnight. Why would you do that? Give me a good reason to go do that. That makes no sense. All these fish that we got 50 miles from me by road, why would I go offshore? I don't see the need for it. So I haven't been yet. I was supposed to go for a job. I didn't volunteer for this. This was a job. I was supposed to go this summer, and it got canceled because of weather. Thank God it got canceled because of weather. I was so happy. But yeah, I don't have any desire to go offshore at all.
Yeah, man, I seen Perfect Storm, and they just turned me all the way off. I was like,
stuff be popping up all the time out there. Why are we doing this?
Yeah, I thought about it, man, but I was like, no, I don't trust the ocean at all.
There you go. Out there. And the fuel for a lot of those trips is probably $1,800, $1,500 to $1,800 in fuel. No thanks.
Woo.
Yeah.
That's an airplane charter right there.
Yeah. No thanks. I'm all set, man.
Tell us a little bit about.
I'm not bored with regular fishing.
Tell us a little bit about what you got sitting behind you. Is that part of a boat sitting behind you? You guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I'm not sure if he can.
Yeah,
Roosevelt was asking, what's that? A piece of the boat that's behind you?
let's see. What do I have? There's a John boat behind me, and then my bass boat's behind me too. We have two boats there behind me. I'm out of my
Okay.
shop. So I stream. I teach live. I teach people how to fish here in the schools in my shop. So I have a streaming studio in here. Stream something
How was
every
that?
day.
Listen, how was that feeling when you bought your first boat?
I bought my first boat. I probably bought my first boat when I was like 15, 16, something like that.
Oh, you a G. All right. Never mind. You said I've been doing this.
Yeah, I bought a John boat when I was 15 or 16, but oddly enough, I didn't buy it to go fishing with. I bought it for duck hunting.
Mm,
I bought a John boat. It was a low 1436, 1236, low 1236. I wouldn't be able to fit a 14 back of my truck. It had no trailer, just the boat, just a John boat. Used to haul it around the back of my truck.
okay. Now, I do want to ask you a question because there was a little bit of controversy that you were involved in not too long ago. And I believe it circled around catch and release. And I believe, if I'm not
Oh,
mistaken, that you caught some fish and you decided to keep it.
yeah.
And the fishing community came out and started bashing you for
Come on,
some
get you some.
reason.
I'm ready. They got the right one this time. They got the
So
right one
I
this time.
and you know where we from, and we from the Carolinas, man. And from where when I used to go fishing, you keep your fish that you
Yeah,
catch. Now sometimes you do throw back, if it's too small or if it's what I'm saying, certain areas or whatever, or if the rules require that you catch and release. But
right.
what was that whole drama behind you deciding to keep your fish, man? And why do you think they came after you as hard as
Let me
they did?
let me give you need some context here. So it wasn't so bad on my page. This was actually me responding to some hate that another guy got on his
Okay.
post about keeping fish. And so, and it'll pop up on mine too, because I love knocking the sides off of them. Like I'm not and it's specific to the bass fishing community. Bass fishermen think that you're supposed to release everything. And the reason behind that is, and nobody wants to say this, I'll say it because I'm the boss. I'm not worried about what somebody said. I'm my own boss. The reason that people are so adamant about catch and release in the fishing community is selfish. It sounds like they're trying to be conservative. They're not. They're not worried about conservation. They want them because they want to have big fish for their tournaments. People want big fish for their fishing tournaments. They're not really worried that much about the fish. So when you see me knock the sides off a couple to eat, now you mad thinking that that could have been a fish that you could have caught for your tournament. No. That's not the rules. Particularly to the bass fishing community, we think that the fishing industry revolves around bass fishing and bass fishing tournaments. Which bass fishing does probably gross the most income and creates the most money in all states, most likely. However, fishing tournaments is not what this thing revolves around. It used to be a big influence, but no, it doesn't revolve around that. So it's just taboo to keep them around here. There was a gentleman that posted a picture. He had a big one. It was a good one. It was like probably 6 or 7 pounds. And had it in his kitchen. People go crazy on his post in the comments section. And I'm like, man, that's not against it's not against the law, because the first thing people are going to say, well, I don't mind keeping a couple small ones, but I let the big ones go. I hear you. However, that's not what the law says. You can keep, if you catch a 10-pounder, you can knock the sides off of them. That's legal. The DNR has done plenty of studies, and they know what creel limits that these fisheries can hold, and nobody is hardly keeping fish anymore. Like nobody. We need harvesting. Like if you're serious about conservation and preserving our fisheries, you would be keeping more fish, because it is a healthy practice for our lakes. Most of our lakes in the country, listen to me, the majority of our lakes in the country are overpopulated. I know for a fact all of ours are in South Carolina. Just about every single one, overpopulated. People get confused. They think because they have a tough time catching fish that the lakes are not overpopulated. No, you just can't catch fish. Lakes have plenty. Big difference. But yeah, the lakes have plenty of fish. They are overpopulated. We need to harvest more fish. That's why our fish are small. You don't see 10-pounders anymore. My dad grew up fishing 70s, 80s, 90s. He has 3 10-pounders on his wall. I can't remember the last time I seen a 10-pounder in any of our tournaments, and I have never caught a 10-pounder. Too many fish. Too many fish. Now we have way more fish now, but we don't have as many big fish. You struggle to see like an 8-pounder. It's a giant nowadays. Back when I was a kid, you always saw 8-pounders, 7, 8, 9-pounders all the time.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting, man. I would think that you would be able to have more 10-pounders. So what you're saying is with conservation or with taking some of the fish out of the lake, the fish that are there can grow bigger because they have more territory and you can catch bigger fish. So
it's a balance. You just got to balance the ecosystem. Too many fish, not enough food, too much competition. The fish smaller, more numbers. We have the influx of spotted bass, the invasive species, the Alabama spotted bass. They're in our lakes. They're taking over our lakes. It's like Trump said, they're taking over our lakes. Got to get your bugs out of here. The Alabama spotted bass, they're taking over our lakes now.
They're in the rivers. They're in the oceans. They're eating all our food.
Yeah.
We need to build a wall.
We got to get them out of here, man. They have changed our fisheries. They're not the same as they were. They reproduce more than any other fish. They spawn deeper. They don't have any natural predators to their fry because they spawn deeper, and they spawn in places where predator fish like crappie and brim are not in heavy populations. So their spawn is stupid big. And so, and since we don't keep any fish and you have an invasive species, it's changed our lakes. They're nothing like they used to be even 10 years ago, but much less like 20 years ago. Our lakes are not the same.
How deep are you in conservation? And because it's one thing to be an advocate for it, and then it's another thing to be actually active. So how active have you been in conservation of lakes and rivers?
That's a good open-ended question. If you ask me if I'm going up and picking up paper and cans out of the river, like, my active conservation looks like teaching people how to fish and spreading the information like what I just did to tell people like, hey, it's okay to kill some fish. That is conservation, is letting people know that this false narrative about keeping fish and killing fisheries and another big conversation is delayed mortality right now in bass fishing tournaments. Somebody else that knows far more about fish mortality needs to handle that. For mine, my contribution is to my audience that I know, the people that listen to me and trust what I have to say, is letting them know that it is not evil, it is not against the law, and you will not hurt your fishery by harvesting. In fact, you are helping it. That is my contribution. I'm not planting brush piles. I'm not going to pick up paper. I'm not going to the Congress. I'm not lobbying. Don't call me about lobbying, because that's for somebody else to do. I'm doing my part on this camera right now.
That's it.
Because people have called me to do that. I'm like, man, my plate is full. I ain't even got a plate. It's full. This thing is busting out the seams. You got to get somebody that does that for themselves. What I'm called to do is exactly what you see me doing right now.
Absolutely. Do you see more people of color and more women getting into competitive fishing?
We always been there. I grew up in an all-black club. We always been there. It's more now than there's ever been, but black people have always been fishing. I will say I didn't see, which even in my town where I grew up, it was just black people and white people. But now, more Latino culture coming into fishing, Asian culture coming into fishing. Like people you ain't never even, I don't even know what culture that is. Cause you see a lot more diversity. I mean, just keeping it real. Like, I'm like, what is that? I don't know. Tell me about you, you know?
Right.
But black people, we've been there, man. Like we've been there because we had to do it back in the day. Like my dad did. That's what I was talking about. And when I say the culture of fishing, so many people got offended about that. When I was talking about my culture, we keep fish. They want to try to make it racist. Culture is just the people you grew up around. And it doesn't have a color. It's just who you grew up around. The practices of the people that you grew up around. I grew up around black and white people. And the black people and the white people was knocking the size off of them back in the day. And so you know, we've been there, man. Y'all know that. Like we've been here. We're doing it on a different level now. Like you mentioned, competitive spaces. But like I tell you, those trophies you see in the background, that comes from it started out one-on-one bass, transitioned to a club called Tackle Box. That club started in the 80s. There's an organization called SABA, Southern Association of Black Bass Anglers. Black bass stands for the black bass, not the person black bass anglers. Grew up fishing that too. That still exists. Been there since probably late 70s, 80s. Yeah, we've been there, and it's a lot. It's a lot more black people and women in the sport. There's room for us.
Yeah. And I was thinking that because I think that you are probably one of those figureheads and a representative of not only your community and your village, but also young black people that are getting into the sport. You know what I'm saying? They're getting into competitive spaces. You know what I'm saying? So when people see you, they want to get to know more about the sport. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what diversity does for certain spaces where you normally wouldn't see a lot of people of color in high competition level performances. Was it difficult for you to get your first sponsors, or like how did you first go about getting your sponsors, and was it difficult for you to attain sponsorship?
No, not at all. No, sponsors are easy. This is why most people think sponsorships is hard. In our industry, it's probably the easiest thing. That's the smallest hurdle. If anybody says they have a hard time getting sponsors because they don't have anything to offer. They don't have anything to offer. They don't have anything. Most people, when they hear the word sponsorship, they think they means donation. Give me some money so I can do what I want to do with it. If that's your mindset, you got a broken mindset, you will have a hard time because ain't nobody looking to give nobody nothing. Nobody's looking for donations. I see it all the time. Right now, you know, we're about to get our season started. A lot of pros. I've seen a couple posts on social medias. To anybody looking for some media exposure, nah, bro, you looking for a donation. Let's just keep it real. Listen, when I tell you it is raining opportunity for any angler, especially, I would say especially a woman, especially black and brown people, it is raining opportunity because people can't help but keep their eye on you, even if they don't like you. You don't like you. And there will be people that don't like you, but most people, I will say my personal experience is the love outweighs the hate. There's hate now. Don't get me wrong. There's hate, but there's so much love. So much, way more love than it is hate. The hate is real loud, and it can confuse you. The haters show up on your comments, on your posts, and they only show up in posts. They never show up at tournaments, by the way. I ain't never had a hater at an actual tournament other than my own competitors. They don't matter because they're not paying you. But they don't matter. Your competitors don't matter. It's your fans. I ain't never had one show up at a tournament, ever. I never had anybody when I walk off stage say, man, you just trash. It's always in the comments when they show up. It's always in the comments. And so when you really look at it square on, the love outweighs the hate, man. But it's raining opportunity out here for people. You just need if you have something to offer, you can trade your offer for money.
Let me ask you a question because I've seen this done and I'm terrified of it, and I don't know why the hell people do it. Have you or would you ever go noodling?
Oh no. Oh heck no. We're in the tired of getting there. Heck no. Hey, well, hell no. No. Bro, no. No, buddy. Bro, this is a perfect example of what I was talking about with deep sea fishing. You all the things you could be doing in the world. Why you want to go stick your hand in a catfish mouth? Why I want to do that?
Oh,
All these
man.
fish you can catch on the line, a hook, and a sinker. You want to go stick your hand up a catfish's brain. There's something wrong. Them people that do that, they deranged. They got
Yeah,
something
man.
going
The
on.
water is always muddy, it's always deep, and like they don't know what they're sticking their hands and their
Get
feet.
out of here, man. I'm not doing
Bro, I'm like, what made you do that? But I've seen a lot of people do it, and I was like, you know what? I wonder if he's ever been noodling. So, yeah, man.
I'd rather go slam my you know what in a car door.
Uh,
I'll do that before. I'll slam my you know what in a car. My arm for people listening. My arm is what I'm talking about. I go slam my arm in a car door on purpose while I go catfish.
Okay, you scared me at first. I was like, that's a little extreme. That's your man parts.
Hey, that's it. That's how extreme catfish noodling is. That's what I'm saying. That's how
That's what it
if
is.
you got to go
Yeah.
one extreme, I got to go to the other extreme. That's what I think about it.
Oh man, that is funny. Yeah, that's kind of tough. Let's see if we got Roosevelt again. I think it's
I see a mute sign on my end. It went away then.
Yeah.
Say something, Roosevelt.
Can you hear me now?
I still ain't got it. Can you hear him? I don't hear nothing.
yeah. Well, you can hear me, right, Brian?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
You guys
Yeah, I'm
still
gonna
can
need
hear
you.
me?
Could it be
Nah, you go
somebody?
up. Come on here.
All right. I'm gonna go
It
out.
don't be nothing on my end, right?
No, it's on his end. No, he's good. All right, let's go to some of these fan questions, man.
Yeah.
Because we got a bunch of them. This is one that came off of Instagram. How much of a professional fishing is about mental resilience and strategy? And how do you keep your focus during a long tournament?
It's all about it. It's all strategy. It's all mental. Matter of fact, probably out of all the things I've ever done, is probably the most mental out of all of them. The reason you'll see it in plain sight, because sometimes you'll see some of the most successful fishermen. You'll kind of look at their mechanics. You're like, man, you're actually kind of goofy out here with rod and reel. How do you win so much? It's because they're really good at putting a day of fishing together. They're good at finding fish, the strategy behind it. And I would even go as far to say that the science behind it doesn't matter that much. Like, who gives a goddamn what the science is? Just tell me where he's at. Or some people are so resilient. You know, our sport moves really slow, slower than any other sport. Like, think about it. I get 3 days of just practice the whole day. You know anything else that gets 3 whole days of warm up? Nobody else gets 3 days of warm up. Imagine the NBA, they had warm ups for 3 days. Football, they went out on the field and did stretches for 3 days. That's what I get to do. All right, and then, wait a minute, hold on. 3 days of warm up. Then you get to the event. Then that's another 3 or 4 days. Bass Pro Tour at one point was 6 days. That's how slow our sport moves. But it's a slow, very calculated deal. Like, it's all about strategy. Like, 98% of it is just strategy.
Absolutely, man. I believe that. This is another question. How has modern technology changed the way you approach fishing, whether using fish finders, GPS, or even social media to share your catches?
Yeah, it's the technology deal is that you're talking about keeping the fish. That the technology is the most controversial thing in fishing right now. You know, we've got technology now that pretty much just show you where fish are anywhere, out in front of you, behind you, around you, up under you. You know, in your afro, in your beard, you can find a fish anywhere now. Literally see them swimming around. We never had that before, We had it where if you got your boat over the top of fish, you could find them. If you get your boat, you could always see them beside you or behind you or under you. But now we can look out in front of us, and this changed the sport dramatically. It's not the same. It's not the same sport it was even 5 or 6 years ago. It's very much so different. I don't know if we'll go. I don't know what's about to happen. I don't know. I really don't know what's about to happen. We've started to put measures into place to slow it down, to control technology now. I think it has been good and smart. I think we did need that because it was going silly there for a minute. It was going silly. But I think us putting some control measures on technology is going to be a good move for the sport, keeping it interesting, number one, and keeping the sport what it actually is supposed to be. In the beginning, I didn't think this way. I'm always a person, you can always change my mind with new facts. In the beginning, I was like, oh man, technology, things move forward. You always gotta have forward movement. And then I saw how drastically it changed our sport and how much it made it unattractive to a lot of newer people. And so after I got the new data and looking deeper into it, what we're doing now, it makes a lot of sense to put these control measures over it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that it's another question that kind of led to the question that you just answered, and you kind of pretty much answered the question. But it says, fishing has deep traditional roots. How do you balance respecting those traditions with embracing new trends and innovations in the sport?
You know, that question is very tricky because a lot of times your traditions, man, that's a tricky question. A lot of times when we're saying traditions, really it's really preference, which in a nutshell, really, when we talk about controlling the sport, a lot of it does have to do with preference. But I think those two words represent two different perspectives. So when we talk about tradition, a lot of times that's coming from an angler perspective. I got into the sport this way. You need to use this type of hook and this type of boat and do it this way, the way we've always done it. I'm not so certain that just doing it the way we've always done it is the right thing to do. I do think there's ways to move the ball forward and still have it evolve. So with the technology that we've had in recent years, it has changed what the sport, the very essence of it is. Like, it turned it into where it's not fishing anymore. It's not even that. I see the fish, I throw the fish, I catch the fish. It turned into that deal where in years, the very essence of fishing is almost exploring, experimenting, and figuring it out. And the technology became so powerful that it was removing that part of it, which is the very essence of fishing. You know, like it's almost like having, and this is the worst analogy I probably can ever make. It's almost like having a partner that's a robot versus actually having a person that is a partner that is a human. It's kind of what it's turned. It was that drastic with the technology. So good and it's so powerful. It was taking away the very essence of what the sport is. Now, I know that was a drastic analogy. Y'all, you call me, I ain't call you, so you're going to have to deal with it. Hey, well, you got me now.
Yeah, I got you now. That's what I wanted. Yeah. So do you feel like the connection or the soul of fishing has been taken out of the sport?
No, it ain't taken away. No, it ain't taken away. Man, and so a lot of times this conversation is wrapped around the newer anglers in college and high school. These little suckers are good, man. They're really good fishermen. No, the soul is still there. The sport is, despite I've been on podcasts that talk about how fishing is declining and how this and that is going on. Fishing is declining in the way that we are used to seeing it. Fishing is not declining. Competitions are not getting smaller. The way that we are used to seeing it is shrinking, but the sport as a whole, it is very much so 50 times bigger than what it was when I was getting. I will argue that with anybody. I've had very, I don't want to say high level, but very established people in our world that are saying that how is the numbers are down and it's just woe with me and everything's bad. It's like, bro, there's no way the numbers are down. It's just the numbers are down, and what we know fishing as is what it's changing. It's like the numbers are down on radio. So what if I said, since the numbers are down on radio, man, just marketing doesn't work anymore?
Right.
Numbers aren't down. People are still buying stuff. They're still getting influenced, but now they're not even on TV. They're on YouTube or they're on TikTok. Like, people aren't stopping buying. The way that they're consuming content is different. In the 70s, 80s, they consumed 60s, 50s, 80s, they consumed marketing content through the radio. Then it changed to TV, and now it's on the internet. So it is with fishing. The influence in fishing when we were kids was magazines, tournament fishing, and TV. Mm-hmm. All three of those are dead right now. It didn't go away. Now it's YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, kayak fishing. People say, well, tournament fishing is dying. Go on. If you believe tournament fishing is dying, go on Fishing Chaos right now. See how many tournaments are going on live right now. Go on, was it Tourney X? Tell me how many tournaments are going live. People fishing tournaments every day of the week somewhere now. Something we could all do. I could fish tournaments against y'all, wherever you are. I could fish tournaments against y'all right now, online tournaments. It's growing. It's just not growing the way that we are used to it growing. And so if you're in this echo chamber of people that are only in the fishing industry, you think it's dying. Where you're standing is dying. It's not dying.
What's the biggest lesson that fishing has taught you about life?
That's a good question. The biggest lesson that fishing has taught me about life really is you can make money at anything. Probably.
That's a good lesson.
I think you can make money fishing, bro. Come on. Like, you can be a millionaire fishing. Like, fishing, you can be a millionaire.
Wow.
I don't know if you can be a billionaire yet, but you can definitely be a multi-millionaire fishing. And that ain't the lesson that people want. They probably want me to say something deep, like, my inner soul is connected to the nature. Man. Hey,
can I make money? The
biggest thing I love is like, hey. So I look at like, now that I know that I can make money fishing, like, this will go away one day, right? Like, I'm not always going to be able to make. There's always a ascend, a plateau, and a descend. This will go away, but the lessons that I got from fishing, now that I see what I see and know what I know, I'm like, man, I could start another business tonight. And then by the end of the year, have something going that could potentially be profitable from an idea tonight.
Like right now.
Like right now. I can start a Facebook page, YouTube channel right now and tell millions of people about my offer now. You couldn't do that 20 years ago. Couldn't do that. That's probably the biggest thing that I definitely learned from fishing is raining opportunity.
You know what? Damn it. I got my damn fishing pole right here. Let me go find some of them opportunities. Because you talking about people to make. Let me put this shit together real quick.
No, you just use the rod. See, that's where it's, and I'm just using for example. I know that was just, we're just having fun. But that's how people think. It's like, no, how are you going to help people? There's always money with helping people.
Right.
There's always money. Like, how are you going to help people? There's no money in stroking your ego and showing people how many big fish you can catch. It helps. It helps. But that helps you. That helps your ego. Mm. How can I help you catch a 10-pounder?
That's what I want.
You know what I'm saying? That's the goal. How can I help you catch? How can I help you cast better?
Absolutely. We got another fan question over here. Live bait versus lures.
I don't even use live. Remember last time we used live bait? I hate dealing with it. I don't want this. That ain't fishing. Like live bait fishing sucks.
That is very controversial. What you are saying in the fishing circles.
Hey, bring them on. Let them controverse me. I hate it. What did I say about what were we talking about earlier? I'd rather go slam my arm on the door than fish with live bait. You throw it out there, you just sit there and you wait on what do you do? Now what? Why would I do that? Why would I do that?
Well, when I came up, fishing with live bait was kind of a rite of passage, right?
Right.
You really didn't want to do it, but you had to. And my father, he would fish with worms occasionally, but he loved to fish with like shrimp. I don't mind fishing with cold dead shrimp, but he fished with live bait. I mean, that's he probably still do to this day. And you say you rather not fish with live bait at all. Is it that you really don't get as much action with live bait, or do you feel some type of way about actually using live bait?
No, it ain't. This is like I hate it. You know how people like. You know how people don't like. I don't know, cauliflower. I hate fishing. I hate dealing with it. Go get the bait, and then if they bite you go to throw the bait, and then it come off the hook. Then you gotta get another one, and then if you drop the bucket or something, then all the bait gone. And now what you gonna do? Is it ain't no fun, man. It's just not fun. It's just listen, this is how bad live bait fishing is. I took my kids, I was like, my kids probably just want to catch fish, especially my middle son. He probably just want to catch some fish. So we'll get some minnows, and we'll go catch a bunch of crappie. Man, so mad. Because he threw it out and then he immediately realized, like, no. You just put the rod down and leave it. He was like, oh man, what is this? He's like, hey, he went back to the truck. We took him saltwater fishing. We got some mud minnows. You flip them mud minnows up on the dock or whatever, redfish come and get it. He caught 3 or 4, and then he called and was like, yeah, I'm done. Because, man, it's trash. It just ain't fun. There is no fun. You don't get to feel the bite. You don't get the joy of saying I made this good cast. You don't get it. It ain't fun. It just ain't fun. That's all. Now, if you're fishing to eat, go get you some live bait. Knock the sides off of it. But, fishing, I just don't enjoy it.
I'm about to start saying that for everything. You hear me?
What's that part?
Not the size off of them. Yeah. Hold on real quick. Baby, I'm going to knock the size off of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You be like,
yeah, man. That's awesome, bro. Have your kids, like your sons, have they gutted fish before? Like, have they gutted and cleaned the fish, went through that whole process?
That's the whole beauty of harvesting fish. Your kids will have a different appreciation for wildlife once they have gutted a fish and then ate it. There's a different, especially young boys, girls too, but especially boys, when they cut a fish open and they see the insides of it, and then they get the reward of not only catching the fish, cleaning the fish, seeing what's inside of it, and then frying, baking. We fry them. Let's just be real. It's a game changer for kids. There is a different appreciation for the outdoors once they have done that.
Yeah, so it's almost something a little bit primal, you know what I'm saying? The feeling of catching and then gutting and then cooking and eating. Do you have a preference in the type of fish that you prefer to eat?
Yeah, I do. I'm not really a fish eater anyway. I don't really like them that good, but the older I've gotten, the more I've gotten where I like fish and specific fish that I like. I like firm meat fish. I don't like soft meat, so I'm going to go ahead and make everybody mad. I don't really like crappie. So after delectable table fare there is, crappie. I don't like this soft. So my favorite is like a brim, bluegill. I love them. Firmer meat, sweeter meat. Spotted bass tastes really good. I haven't cleaned a largemouth in a long time. That's becoming almost like a darn near extinct species where I live. So it is hard for me to knock the size off of one of them. I will now, but I haven't knocked the size off a largemouth in a long time. Spotted bass, yeah. I'll knock it down. The spotted bass, knock him down. But saltwater fish, flounder is my favorite. Redfish probably second. Trout, speckled trout is like the crappiest saltwater, just softer, mushy meat. Don't really care much for them. As long as it's firm and sweeter, I like it. Flounder to me has got a sweeter taste too.
Okay. Do you get your fish from local fishers or markets, or do you go to the grocery stores to get your fish?
I mean, it just depends on what we're talking about. I eat salmon from the grocery store. Salmon, but I'm not going there to get. I probably have got catfish a couple of times from the grocery store. I would say.
Yeah. I had some catfish nuggets before.
Yeah. I've ate catfish from the market before, but other than catfish and salmon, like I'm not going there getting cod, nothing like that. Those are really only two. Now when we go to a restaurant, I might get some mahi or tuna steak or something like that, because I just don't have access to that stuff. But usually, that's what I want to get when I go there.
Okay. This is another question that just came in mind. And I forgot it just like that.
Yeah.
I got it. Is there, what is the most misunderstood thing about competitive fishing?
Probably that it's complicated. The higher you go up the ladder, the more you start to travel, you have to simplify everything. If I would have learned that 7-8 years ago, I probably would have had triple the earnings that I have now. I thought you had to be more complicated and more, just more things. It looks like you need a lot of things to be competitive angler. Secret to being a very competitive angler, especially on a higher level, is actually simplicity. Get really good at a couple things and taking those things everywhere you go, because we just don't have the time. You don't have the time to be choosing between 84 different techniques and lures when you travel. You need a bedrock of really solid things that you have a lot of confidence in and that you're really good at. You can take those everywhere. If I'd learned that 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago, I'd have 5 times the championships I have now.
Now I'm gonna let you flex real quick, because I want people to understand how good you really are. Can you talk about all the championships and awards that you have and that you've won?
Yeah, so I don't really have a lot of championships. So I won my first tour-level championship in 2019. And then I won a BFL. I won my teammate and I, Mark Dennis Jr., we won the Pan American World Championship in Canada the same year that I won Seminole. And then before that, it's mainly all local stuff. I'm actually glad you brought that up, because that is one of the things that's also a very big misconception. In fishing, it's not like basketball, or it's not like racing cars or any other sport where you get most of your anglers don't have any wins, not any tour level wins, like at all, and they have like 20-year careers. So fishing is very much so different in a lot of other sports where you don't get a lot of first place. There's not a lot of championships to win. You think about, we only fish 6 tournaments a year. There's only 6 winners all year long, 7 counting the championship, all year long. It used to be 200 people, 180 to 200 people. Now we're smaller fields to anywhere between some tours around 60 to 80 guys to 130 or 40 guys. 6 or 7 people all year. And most of the time, in most eras, there's one or two anglers that win most of the tournaments. And so it's very different in a lot of other sports where it's not something that many anglers accumulate a lot of championships in. But on local level, everybody wins. So you got to be careful. You're talking like, I got 40 wins. Where at? Well, I mean, that was on your home lake, boss. I got 40 wins on my home lake. I'm talking about tour level traveling tournaments. It's a handful of anglers that have a bunch of those wins.
Yeah, against your buddies and your friends don't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just local trails, local tournament where you fish all the time. There's plenty of guys where I live that are very much more accomplished than I am when it comes to championships. Way more accomplished. But then there's also, this is a much deeper question than most people are willing to dive in. What is a win? Win's got to be more than first place. When there's 180 people show up on the start gate, you mean tell me there's going to be one win? That whole thing about if you're not first, you're last is bullcrap. Like there's wins laying on the ground everywhere. Like you have to have that kind of mentality about it. First place is just a result, but winning looks like a bunch of different things.
Yeah, that's a major jewel that you just dropped. I did not know that you were a philosopher too, sir. I had no idea.
Or bro, you have to start like I study like successful people. Like if anybody wants to learn more about sports psychology, you need to follow Kobe Bryant. You need to.
That's a good one.
Kobe Bryant probably, and I'll be honest, I didn't appreciate Kobe until he's gone. I didn't know that he was the person that he is. But you should listen to every clip that Kobe Bryant talks about. Kobe has tons of championships, and he doesn't even talk about his championships. He talks about small wins all the time. He talks about the process all the time. Kobe was process oriented. You should follow Kobe. If anybody wants to be a professional fisherman that's listening, you won't listen to Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, I bought my son one of his books, Mamba Mentality, and he really loved that because I like the focus that Kobe had was bar none, man. It was just different. It was legendary to the point where everybody was talking about the type of focus that he had, that Michael Jordan like focus. You know what I'm saying? How do you get focused right before a tournament?
I wish I had something really cool to say about that. I've been asked that multiple times. I wish I really had. You know what I found out? The older I got, this is another thing that I wish I would have learned or realized. In the beginning, the stakes are so high and you need to do well so badly that you try so hard that it actually ends up working against yourself. My tournament results didn't really start to settle out until I stopped caring as much. I was overthinking everything. I was trying so hard. I'm also come from a blue-collar family. The harder you work, the more money you make. The more money you make, the more things you can do. That doesn't work in sports that well. Like you can overwork yourself. And I was overworking myself. The first, man, if I'm being honest, so I started the tour in 2016. Probably 2022 before I realized, like, man, I'm working too hard. Like, I actually try to unplug. Like, I haven't been bass fishing. I have an app where I teach people how to fish. I took a guy fishing first week in November. I haven't been bass fishing since then. And I hope I don't have to go bass fishing maybe once or twice more before the season starts. Once I started taking the off season off and doing other things and saltwater fishing, I love riding dirt bikes and doing that kind of stuff. And my seasons go so much better. I wish I would have learned how to let my hair down a little bit earlier on. And I'm not even answering your question. How do I try to focus?
No, you're good. I mean, yeah.
I'm actually trying to go the other way. I'm actually trying to go the other way. I'm just trying to just trust what I know about fishing and be comfortable in the decisions that I'm feeling in the way, because when I think about it too much and when I over process my practices and the tournaments and get so caught up in the result, and social media, like if you have a bad day, people know about it immediately. You're gonna get a text about it, and so there's that intrinsic pressure there to always just work. Man, I didn't enjoy it. I wish if I would have known, I would have enjoyed the first 5 or 6 years of fishing on tour a lot more if I would have known how to not care. But at the same time, I couldn't afford to not care. I had no money. I didn't have no money. And I was scared. I was scared. You're just scared to death.
That's real, yeah.
It was just scared to death. And it wasn't until I started analyzing, I was like, man, I do way better when I kind of don't really care. Like I could go out the first 2 tournaments of the year and finish 105 and be like, man, all right, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll try again next time. I ain't sweating it.
Especially in our sport, you can't say this for every sport. Think about how arrogant it is for you to think that you're better than a bad result. That like you are so good that there's no way that you should get 126.
Right.
That's arrogance. That is super arrogant. There's nothing, and I don't care what anybody says that's arrogant. No, you can get a 102. You can get a 147. I can get a 1 too. I can get a top 10 too. I can catch the biggest bass of the tournament or the biggest bag of the day too. But there's going to be days where I'm going to be on the bottom. Cool. Because I know it's going to turn around sooner or later. Because I know that because I trust the work that I've put in over the years. Like my ego's not attached to those results anymore like it used to be.
That was deep what you said, and I think a lot of athletes can really learn and relate to that too. You know what I'm saying? Because you see the more that you lean into your talents, and then if you get an injury, I think it usually happens after an injury where you start to question, like, oh man, am I still good? Can I still do that? Was it just my ego thinking, or was I? You know what I'm saying? And then you have to rebuild that up. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever received an injury of any sort while fishing?
Not an injury. I've definitely been sick while fishing, though. 2024, I want to say I didn't know it at the time. I got COVID 2024. I couldn't finish the season. I couldn't get over it. I got sick. I was sick the whole year. Every tournament it come from my kids. Like I have little kids. At the time, 2024, it probably would have been 3, 5, and 11 or something like that. But toddlers, big toddlers.
Yeah.
But something's always in the house all the time. And I got something February of that 24 season. Could not shake it all year. And finally, you follow in May or June. It was. And I thought I was going to die on the boat. I was so sick. I had never been that sick in my life. I didn't know if I could drive home how sick I was. I couldn't practice all day in the tournament, like I was sleeping in the boat. And I just couldn't shake it. On top of that year, my granddad passed too. So, it was like just some emotional stuff going on too. I didn't even go to the last 2 tournaments. I didn't go to the last 2 events. So sick on top of, just dealing with life problems. But sickness, yeah, I haven't had an injury. Now, I like to fool with motorcycles. So at some point, something's going to happen. And, at some point, it's just inevitable. But not injury-wise, I hadn't had anything really other than being sick. This kept me from the sport.
Okay. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Roosevelt, he was having some connectivity issues, but he did ask a question. If you were not fishing, what do you think you will be doing?
Man, so many things. I say this all the time, and this is going to sound really disrespectful. I really feel like I need 3 lives. Because I love fishing. I was a musician. I played bass in my church for right around 20 years. When I started.
Okay, you hit the dun, 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 dun. Okay, all right.
I I can see myself being a professional musician. I like
Okay.
music. Most people don't know how big a part of my life music is.
Mm,
But I like music a lot.
okay.
I like motorsports a lot. I, I love motorcycles. I probably could do that for a living. I probably could figure out a way to do that.
Would you try doing the motorsport? Like if there was like a celebrity motorsports competition or something like that, would you ever try to?
I'll race a couple races a year. But
Okay.
like for a living, like literally trying to be a pro at it.
Nah, I'm not saying you got to be a pro, but if you would try like to do a race or a competition?
Yeah, I race already. I race.
Okay.
My son races, and so sometimes we hit the race. I'll jump in the race too. But yeah, I race now. But it's just local stuff, just like jumping in a local fishing tournament.
Okay.
I race now. But I like motorcycles a lot, man. I just bought a new motorcycle yesterday.
Word. What you get?
KTM 300 SX.
Ooh, nice.
I have. Let's see, there's one. So I got in my house right now. There's my son. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 9 motorcycles at this house.
Jesus Christ! You got a biker gang in there? 9?
About all 3 of us have about 3 bikes.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
See, that's awesome, man. Yeah.
Big part
Now,
of my life.
now you did mention that you like to go duck hunting. Are you into guns as well?
Nah, not as much as I used to, Brian. Like I can't do everything. I would if I could. That's what I mean. Like I don't have enough life. Like I'm like, God, how am I going to do all of these great things that you created with one life? Like I ain't got but one life, and I already done lived more than half of the one life, probably. Like I need another life. Like I'm having way too much fun. You got all this stuff. You got duck hunting. You got fishing. You got different ways to fish. You got motorcycles. You got fast boats. You got fast cars. Hey, bro, how am I supposed to enjoy all of this stuff with one life? God, this is a bad deal.
It sounds like a great deal to me.
You gave me one life. Like, I love all of these things. I like music. I like all these things. And it's like, man, I don't have enough life to enjoy all of this.
Oh, man. You need to be like a cat and had 9 more of them, huh?
Yeah, man, I need a couple. Like, I was like, we need to work out some deal. Like, God, I know I can get 9, but can I get 3?
3, yeah, solid 3.
Can I just get 3 lives? That's all I want to know.
Oh man!
But yeah, I would if I had. I got 3 kids. I enjoy spending my kids. I enjoy spending time with them. Like when I can't spend time with them, I don't like it a lot. I don't really like it. I like spending time with my family, and so I don't. If they were into it, I would do it, and probably if I started doing, it, they probably would love it. But right now, between fishing and dirt bikes, we full. We
Okay.
full. I just came in to ride dirt bikes right before we got on this call.
Oh man, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. Do you like going mudding? That's a country thing. You ever been mudding?
So no.
Okay.
Not that. That's like I don't like that. No.
They do that around my way. They just love
do it.
it.
Yeah, do it here too. So we go to tracks, motocross tracks, and my son races. My oldest son is the racer in the family. So we ride cross track, stuff like that. So it's like sanctioned stuff on closed courses.
Okay. Now you mentioned that your kids are multi-talented like yourself, man. What does it mean to you to push? To let them know it's okay to follow an unconventional path like fishing or racing or something like that? Is it important to you to?
Yeah, very important. Very important. It's actually my most important thing is to expose them to the world. The best thing, and I think you already asked this question. I may not have asked. There's a different answer that I have to it now. I think about it deeper. Best thing that happened to me with fishing is being able to travel and see the world. I've been around the world because of fishing, and so when you are around different people, different cultures. You learn different things, and you're exposed to different ways of living, earning money, and how to get better at things. And so if you only play basketball, if you only play school sports, you'll probably end up doing what everybody does that goes to public school. Not saying that's a bad thing, but most likely you'll probably fall into that form. But when you do other things, fishing, this is what thing people don't really, fishing is a global sport. It's global. You can go, I even want this for, I don't know if this is right, but I want this for my son. I know people are thinking, well, he's going to be the best tournament fisherman ever. I'm like, yeah, that would be cool if he's a tournament fisherman. But what if he ends up with a TV show where he travels to Africa, Europe, Canada, Australia fishing? Like, it is bigger than tournament fishing. The best thing that I've got from it is just seeing how being around other people from different parts of the world, seeing how they do things, seeing how they live and how they approach all kinds of different situations. It opens your eyes and gives you a different perspective on life. When you're in that same echo chamber of people doing the same thing all the time, being what everybody else is. And that makes it sound like fishing's better. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that it's better. The way that I did it is better. I don't want it to come across that way. But I do think it's important for us to see other things in the world and see how other people are living. I've learned so many things just from being around other people in other cultures.
Absolutely, man. That's very, very interesting. What do you have a favorite place that you have traveled to so far?
Northeast is probably the coolest I've ever been. New York, Canada, that northeastern tier out there, it's so pretty. It's not what people think it is. It's very rural, very desolate. Almost seems like the end of the earth. There's not many people. Northeast United States, mainly because of a harsh climate. But it's worth seeing. It's worth seeing.
Absolutely, man. Well, listen, my brother, I got a bunch more questions to ask you, but we got to have you back on the show.
I appreciate y'all, bro.
Absolutely, man. I've been waiting for this interview. It was a pleasure meeting you. I had beef with you at first.
I'm glad.
I had valid ground. I had veal. I had some nice because we share the same name. A lot of people know that my government last name is Latimer.
Oh,
and
really?
My real name is Brian Latimer.
I went to school with Latimer. He's my cousin. How about that? How do you have a cousin that's named Brian Latimer? That's how big my family is.
Hell, we might be cousins. Oh no, maybe. We gotta see. I gotta ask around. I gotta ask around. No. I could not find myself on Google, on no social media searches, because as soon as you type in Brian Latimer, I saw your face and your achievements, and I'm like, who is this dude? Why is he taking my identity? But listen.
I did not know that.
Yeah, my real name is Brian Latimer. So I was like, man, let me. And so it's crazy to talk to another Brian Latimer. And so how do you say your last name?
Latimer? This is where you
Latimer? I say it with it. It almost sounds like a D. And sometimes I have to pronunciate it like Latimer sometimes.
Yeah. When you're spelling it, a lot of times they put two T's and they put an N instead of an M.
Or Lattimore, yeah, it is. Yeah, I see that a lot.
It just made me so mad every time. Lattimore, I'm like, no, I'm not, because that's a different name, dummy.
That's a whole nother person.
A whole nother name. That ain't the same person. Lattimore is not the same as Latimer. That's different. I was like, William and Williamson. That's two different names, dummy.
Yeah, man, it pissed me off so bad, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, so listen, what's next for you? Do you have anything coming up, any big tournaments, any projects? Hold on, before you answer that question, this is the real question I wanted to ask you. When are you getting your own TV show?
I've had a TV show for 5 years.
Really? I'm gonna go back and watch it.
Straight up fishing TV on Waypoint TV, Roku, all that. Yeah, 5 years.
Okay.
TV ain't where is it? That's why you don't know. Nobody watches TV.
Well, you can cut it up into clips.
That's what. Yeah, it is. It is. It's on all my socials.
Yeah.
Today, if you follow me on Instagram, you saw.
I probably saw it, but I didn't realize it was your show in particular. Okay.
Because nobody watches TV. They all on YouTube.
Oh man. Well, listen, you are YouTube star in the fishing world, man.
Yeah, you got the controls on YouTube, but nobody watches TV. That's all. That's why you don't know. That's why you don't know. I had TV. I started my TV show in 21.
Okay. Well, I didn't know, and now I know now, and know y'all know. So now y'all go make sure y'all check that out.
Yes, sir.
So all right. So here's the other question: what you guys coming up?
I'm going to ride my dirt bike, man. Every chance I get. And I'm going to go knock the size off some flounders and some redfish. Season will start to February. Like I said, I ain't really worried about no bass right now. I want to ride my dirt bike. I'll worry about fishing. See our first tournaments in like second week in February. I'll start worrying about tournament fishing Martin Luther King Day. Hey, I might have a dream about that time.
Have a dream about that time, boy.
Yeah, about that time, man. I'm not. The bass will be there. They'll be there in February.
Do you have an RV, or have you ever thought about getting an RV for some of these tournaments?
Yeah, I travel out of RV.
Okay.
Yeah, I have RV and then I have a toy hauler. Since we race, you need it.
I knew you did. That's why I asked. I knew you had one. I knew. Yeah. I'm actually looking to. I think that's my next big purchase. I want to get an RV, and what?
Is man, this for Thanksgiving we stayed about 3 nights in the mountains, riding dirt bikes, sightseeing, Christmas tree shopping, that kind of thing. Yes, it's worth it. We stayed out of like last year. Let's see, was it last year or the year before? This is 24. Yeah, 24. But I bet we stayed 80 days in our camper, at least.
Ooh, you made that to a whole nother home. Yeah.
Well, some of it was by accident. We had Hurricane Helene, so we were out of our house for 2 weeks. Then we raced a bunch, and then there's one race that we stay at like all week, all Thanksgiving, like 10 days. So that was that's basically 25 days right there.
Right.
Just you saw 25 days in 1 month, but between racing and vacation, and then I'd stay sometimes for work, and then sometimes the camera guys use it. It's probably, I don't know, it's a lot, man. A lot, 3 or 4 months worth of time in the camper. We use ours a lot.
Man, you are living. You about to make a lot of people mad. You are living people's literal dreams. You know what I'm saying?
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's wild because work is fishing, and then I go when I'm not fishing, I ride my dirt bike. What is this?
What kind of life is
today? I gotta go fishing.
That's it.
People at the track, they get mad. They're like, you coming to practice tomorrow? I'm like, no, I can't come. I can't ride tomorrow. I got to go fishing. It's like, what is that? It's wild. No, I have a very blessed life, man.
That's dope.
I am happy.
That's dope.
I am happy. This is good. I put on my Facebook posts a lot of time. Like, these are my good old days. Like, these are the good old days.
Yeah, that's beautiful to say, man. Well, I know you got to get back to the family, and you say you're about to go ride some dirt bikes. I got one more question, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go to the final word. Yes, do you like fishing at night?
I recently started fishing more at night. For a long time, I hated it. Now I like it more, but it's kind of dangerous. It's pretty dangerous fishing at night. So that was always my, the sport is actually low key a little bit dangerous to begin with. We don't talk about that much, but low key dangerous. But I've grown to like it more in the last 2 or 3 years. I fish more at night than I ever have. In the last 2 years, I fished more at night than I have in 20 years. But I'd rather fish in the daytime, man. Because when I go at night, man, it throws my schedule off for the whole week.
Yeah, I can see that. I would be terrified. Every little noise that I hear, I would be scared. The bullfrogs, something jump in the water, I'm freaking out. It's already dark.
I guess I'm immune to that just from duck hunting because duck hunting you go out and walk around in the swamp when it's dark, so that don't bother me as bad. It's you can't see where you're going. You don't see where you're going. Be easy to run over something, hit something. And usually something's gonna happen. You're gonna be at least at the very minimal stranded if you run over something, and then you could get hurt. So I'm not that crazy about it for those reasons. But it can be fun. Just for the most part, when it gets dark, let's just go to the house and start over tomorrow. That's all.
Right.
That's all.
Have you ever seen something that you couldn't explain or something that was creepy that happened while you were fishing?
No, not really. The only thing that happens, this happened recently, and now that I know what it is, it's not creepy. But a lot of times on a clear night, you can see Starlink, the Elon Musk deal. You can see that. You can see it. And that the first time I saw it, I was like, oh my God, what is going on? Like you almost
they here, baby, they here.
It's moving, like moving across your head. And but other than that, no, I don't see nothing. But the reason that most of the time when people are scared of something, you're scared of it because you don't know what you're hearing or see.
Right.
So I've been outside enough when I hear or see something, I know what it is. I've been doing this a long time, so I know what it is. It don't really scare me. I don't have to sleep in my boat from being stranded at night before, so I don't. That don't really bother me. There's nothing really I can say that's ever bothered me.
Boy, that boy is true grit.
Yeah,
true grit right there. You hear me? I fell asleep in my boat for 5 days. I woke up. I didn't know where I was, but it was okay.
I can tell the true story is we had a really bad storm, put my boat on the bank, and I had to get in the rod locker. It was really bad, like lightning. And when the storm passed, it got really hot, so it got super foggy. This all happened in the evening, so I didn't know how to get back. This is pre-GPS days. Or at least I didn't have a GPS. GPS existed. I didn't have it. So I couldn't get back. I didn't know where to go. It was my first day on a brand new lake. It was on Lake Martin in Alabama. Went to go see the lake, left like 4 o'clock, big storm comes up, boom, 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 lightning, yeah, get in the rod locker, wait for the storm to pass and come out. Fog, you can't see your hand in front of your face. I had to sleep in the boat overnight.
Oh man. See, my brain would have been talking to me. Everything would have been everything. Boy, that's a different type of pressure, man. And how long did you say you stayed there all night?
Yeah, just in the morning till the fog cleared.
Okay.
I didn't go back to the truck. I just went straight back to fishing that morning.
Oh, okay. Normal
it was
thing.
Just inconvenience. Like I was wet, a little bit cold. I was just like mad. Just mad. That's all. It wasn't no big deal.
If you put that man on an island with a shoestring and a paper clip, he gonna catch some monsters. I'm trying to tell you.
I don't want to have to find out. Let's say that.
Absolutely, man. All right, so we got this segment on the show. It's called Final Word. It's a way for us to give a little bit of motivation, a little hope to get through the week.
Yes,
some for the peoples. You know what I'm saying? So Brian Latimer, or Brian Latimer, as we say.
Yes,
do you have a final word for the beautiful people?
Oh, so this is my final word.
Yes.
It's raining opportunity out here. Don't be left on the bank. Don't be left on the bank. That's the only thing I got for y'all. It's raining opportunity out here.
Yeah. It's raining opportunity. Grab a bucket and not an umbrella. Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? You hear me? Yeah, we here.
That's right. That's literally that simple. I won't give you two. Remember, it's raining opportunity.
Absolutely. Where can we find Brian Latimer merch?
Shopdlat.com. At a Black Friday sale. My guys that run the site are pretty lazy. It's probably still going on. It's supposed to end Monday. More than likely, they didn't turn it off. So go check it out. Shopdlat.com. See if the Black Friday. They have 50% off on all the merch right now.
Absolutely, man. Make sure you guys get some merch. I might go on there and get me some merch just to support. I love supporting people, man. So I'm gonna have to get me a. Yeah, I'm gonna get me a shirt. You're gonna see Brian Latimer on there. You can be like, did I buy a shirt of my own? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have anything with my name on it. It's just I got an Excite White hoodie and T-shirt that I buy. You have to pull it up so you can see it. Yeah.
Okay.
Everything
Absolutely.
shop.com.
Absolutely, man. We're gonna go check that out. And so, beautiful people, if I have to leave you with a final word. I was in my garage in my gym this morning, and I don't know, it just came across my mind, and so I wrote it on my whiteboard, and it said, "Be effective, be efficient." And so, whenever you're trying to find out what you're good at, or if you're getting into a new sport, if you're getting into a new hobby, if you're getting into something that you want to be great at. We mentioned Kobe Bryant and that Mamba mentality. You know what I'm saying? Have that Mamba mentality about things that can change your life. For instance, Brian Latimer found fishing, or fishing found him. And he's made an amazing career out of what he has. And he is an influence and an idol in the in the fishing industry. You know what I'm saying? He can get in the ring if he wants to.
Hey, dude.
Don't tell nobody that.
I cannot fight. I ain't never been in a fight.
Yeah, fishermen carried knives, man. Fishermen carried knives. I already know. But yeah, man, anything that you do, if you want to be great at it, be efficient, be effective, and be excellent in everything that you do. That is a final word from your boy, Brian Renegade. Man, you can't tell nobody you don't know how to fight. You got to always keep a tough face. We from the Carolinas, man.
No, that's like most people. I can't fight. They just shoot you.
Straight up and down and sideways.
I didn't say I couldn't handle nobody. I can't fight. I don't know what I can do. Somebody try to fight me. I don't know what might happen.
Yeah, don't let me get to my truck gun. That's all I'm saying. Absolutely.
Otherwise.
Yeah, man. You're a lover, not a fighter. Lover of fish, lover of people, family. Right. You know what I'm saying? I dig it. Well, listen, man. It was a pleasure having you on the show, man. Definitely stay in touch.
Yes, sir.
I think we would love to have. Matter of fact, we have an event coming up called Mall Mania. It's at the Greensboro Four Seasons Mall. It's a charity fundraising event for autism. So we're raising awareness for autism, and we're trying to provide resources for the community. So we have an event called Mall Mania. We have over 40 plus wrestlers. We have different comedians there. We're gonna have free food trucks, and all that stuff. It's at the Greensboro Four Seasons Mall. So you and your whole family is invited, man. You guys, if you have an opportunity to come up to Greensboro, show us some love. But if not, man, we appreciate you. And listen, you got to come on again. You know what I'm saying? I didn't dig in too deep, but I wanted to put my claws and I didn't want you to say nothing that was going to be spread everywhere.
Hey, you
take you wrong.
Hey, you can't embarrass me. Oh.
Oh man, I wouldn't try to, my brother. Hey, I respect you. Thank you for doing what you do. And I'm a fan. I'm a fan for life, bro. So
I appreciate it a lot.
Absolutely.
We'll keep in touch. Next time we reach out, we'll try to get together again.
Absolutely. And I'm out here on the West Coast, man. I'm actually in Phoenix, Arizona. Have you ever been out here to Phoenix?
No, I haven't been to Phoenix before. I've never been to Phoenix ever.
Okay, you got to open an invite. I got a guest room with your name on it.
Yeah, I definitely get out there. It probably be motorcycles before fishing.
Okay, yeah, they got boats and motorcycles out here too. So yeah.
It's a lot of guys. Some of the guys that train with us are from out that way.
Okay, cool. So yeah, we'll definitely link up. Can you help me end the show real quick?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now I want you to say the word damn. So I'm going to say we will see you next week on the next best. I'm going to point to you.
Damn. I'll say everything but damn.
The damn is in the Bible.
I'll say everything but damn.
Can you say darn?
Can you say this is the best darn wrestling podcast.
Can you say darn for me? You can say darn.
Best darn wrestling.
Yeah, we're gonna say the best darn. All right. So when I point to you, I want you to give me your best darn. All right. Here we go. Beautiful people, best damn nation. We will see you next week on the next best
darn wrestling
podcast. Oh man, Brian Latimer, you are a gentleman and a scholar, sir. Thank you so much for your time. Amazing interview. I'm even more going to get into the sport, man. And like I told you before, you gave me brownie points with my pops and my uncles, so I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
That's hard to do, my guy.
Oh man, yeah.
These kids ain't burned down my house while they've been in by themselves.
Oh yeah, we can't have them problems. Yeah, I got some of my own that I gotta go ahead and check in. All right, can't hold y'all no longer. Check us out on all of our social medias. We will see you guys next week. We bid you adieu.